So today we are going to be starting a daycare business. With so many single parents these days, the daycare business will only get bigger and bigger as time goes on and on. Even though the pandemic is here to stay and more people are working from home, this business will always be in demand. Without further ado, we are going to be starting this business. First of all, we're going to be starting with the usual what you will need. The first thing, which is the most important of all, is the single business license. The single business license is the license that gives you permission to start a business, any business whatsoever. And for this, budget around 6,000 shillings to 25,000 shillings. There are other licenses which are needed, but these ones are not. Before I continue, guys, I am giving out all the business guides. All you have to do is to subscribe, turn on the bell for post notification, like this video, and comment as much as you can to all my videos. Send me your post notifications to my Instagram. Link is in the description. Once you have subscribed, to stand a chance of winning all these business guides. I'm giving away all these business guides. We have the fish supply, we have the tiles, we have the cyber cafe, we have the bank agency, we have the paint mixing business, we have the chapati wholesale, M-Pesa, sub-agent, movie shop, second-hand novels, guide, smokies and eggs. Every business guide you have ever imagined for the best businesses in Kenya or in East Africa. Petrol station, we have the petrol station guide, we have the mitumba, we have the gym business, we have the pork butchery. Inshallah, one of you wins this guide. So all you have to do, remember, is to comment, like, and turn on the post notifications, and follow me on Instagram. Send me the post notification on Instagram. Must have. They include the public health license, the health certificate, and the education license. The education license is only applicable if you want to expand the daycare into a school. Some people might want to change the daycare eventually into a school like a kindergarten, and so you'll need this education license. However, the other three licenses are not a must. You'll also need mattresses. Mattresses for the children will cost around 2,000 to 5,000 shillings. You also need toys. For the toys, budget at around 2,000 shillings. Utensils are also important. You might want to offer cooking services for the fee you are going to charge each customer, and for this you need spoons, plates and sufurias. For this, budget at around 1,000 shillings. A gas cooker will also be needed if you are going to be cooking, which is around 5,000 to 8,000 shillings. Also need potties. For this, budget at around 200 to 800 shillings. You might also opt to have a television set, which is an added advantage for this business, and for this, budget at around 9,000 to 20,000 shillings. Again, the price will vary depending on the type of television you're going to buy. Tables and chairs will also be needed. For this, budget at around 4,000 to 5,000 shillings. A fire extinguisher is also important, as most parents won't even consider placing their children in your daycare if you don't have a fire extinguisher. Most parents, especially in the suburb areas of Nairobi, the likes of Muthaiga, will not host their children at your daycare if they do not see a fire extinguisher. So for the fire extinguisher, budget at around 3,000 to 5,000 shillings. The other thing you will need is the pricing. The pricing in the so-called lower income areas is around 50 to 300 shillings. 300 shillings per day being the average charges per day for most daycares. So this is what you should consider, between 50 shillings to 300 per day when you're pricing your daycare charges. The other thing which will be important, and you'll need a rental area. This is the place where you're hosting your daycare business, and for this, budget around 8,000 to 50,000 shillings. When looking for a place, make sure you look for a place that has adequate water, because you know how children are. Water is going to be essential and important for your daycare business. Be sure to look for a place that has adequate water and a bit spacious to accommodate the children, as many children as you can. Your opening hours are also essential for your success in this business. The operating hours for you should be around 6 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. with the pandemic ongoing. After the pandemic, it should be also around the same time. This is to accommodate the parents who leave for work earlier. Right now, we move to the factors that will influence your success. Number one, the location. The location you are going to choose is going to influence whether you are getting customers or not. It is advisable to choose a place where there are daycares. This is because you will not need to establish clientele, as there is already a demand. So after choosing the area, study your competition competition and look at what they're not doing and add this to your daycare to make you stand out from the competition and give your daycare a higher chance of succeeding in that area. Let's say most daycares in the area do not offer television. You can start your own daycare and offer a television set. Other things that you can come up with. Be creative when doing this. The second thing that you have to consider is when choosing rented homes, the landlords might not allow you to redecorate the houses. If they do allow you to decorate the houses, another thing you can do is use bright but calm colors if given freedom to decorate. The other thing is determine how you're going to be handling emergencies. For instance, when children fall sick, it is advisable for you to call parents. Make sure you agree with the parents about emergencies. Also, who is going to pick the child as well as who is going to be dropping the child. The other important thing and factor for success is that if you're offering food, you might increase the daycare charges to cater for the food expenses. The space you have will also determine if you can cook. Again, the space you have will determine if you will cook for the children. Make sure you take this into consideration before you consider even cooking for the daycare customers. Another common thing I've seen these days is many daycares are opting to cook outside their rented premises. They are setting up kitchens outside, let's say in the compound, and cooking for the children outside instead of inside. This is also something you can consider. Another important factor for your success is being flexible. If customer wants you to charge him or her per hour, accept this. Also provide services that offer hourly, daily and monthly charges. For example, there are mothers who only want to use the daycare occasionally. Be sure to be flexible enough so as to allow such customers. Many customers, however, prefer daily services which start from 50 to 300 shillings in most areas. Final jigsaw to your success in this business is marketing. This is the holy grail of this business. The best way to market is word of mouth, distributing leaflets and giving people subsidized rates. Social media is also an important channel for you to advertise your business and market it to your potential customers. This is also something you should consider starting if you're doing this business. Remember that trust is your most important asset in this business. If the people trust you, you have won in this business. So make sure people trust you. Find ways for making people trust you. It could be offering subsidized rates compared to other people, rating you on social media. This will increase the trust of your customers and lead to more customers and more sales. Let us now move to the revenue. The average revenue before the pandemic started was around 1,200 shillings per day, and the lowest was around 100 shillings per day. The highest was 7,000 shillings per day. As for the employees for the caregivers, 7,000 per month is enough each caregiver. So this totals at around 14,000 per month for both caregivers. If you cannot afford two caregivers, you can employ one caregiver, and for this you can pay him or her 7,000 shillings per month. Another thing I forgot to stress on is the type of daycare you're going to start. There's the executive daycare and the normal daycare. So the executive daycare charges 500 shillings plus per day, 500 shillings to 2,000 shillings per day, and the normal daycare is around 50 shillings to 300 shillings. It's your choice to choose the one which you are going to start. The biggest complaints received from the mothers are poor feeding, babies crying, poor hygiene, bullying and loss of items. So keep this in mind before starting. And that is it, you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video.